Emma McGraw. If you play video games, chances are you've at least witnessed some form of sexism against women while playing. Although it may not be directed at you, it's still there, and it's still damaging. In a study part of Eastern Michigan University graduate Troy Deskin's senior thesis on the effects of video games of sexism attitudes in males, published in 2015, when a player is identified as a woman, the amount of negative comments received is 3 times that compared to their male counterparts. The gaming industry needs to do more to prevent and punish sexism and sexual harassment within their games to create a safer environment for everyone. Today, I will talk about what this problem is and the negative connotations that it has, followed by what the gaming industry currently does to address it and what it needs to change to better prevent and punish these behaviors. First, I will talk about what this problem is and the negative connotations linked with it. Sexism and sexual harassment is a big problem for women in the gaming community. Wang-Yen Tang, who graduated from Ohio State University with a PhD in communications, states in his research article, Investigating Sexual Harassment in Online Gaming, how personality and context factors are related to toxic sexual behaviors against fellow players, published in 2018. When surveyed, women reported experiencing sexism at high frequencies. In Deskin's study, it was found that the people who often made these negative comments found what they said amusing or entertaining. These negative comments include sexist jokes or insults, unwanted sexual advances, and rape jokes. When concerns are brought up by the women who experience this, they are often dismissed and told to toughen up and suck it up. According to Nathan Van Ucht, an editor for the Spartan Shield, wrote in an article published in 2020, The Life of a Female Gamer, Avoiding Sexism in the Online Gaming Community, wrote how gaming is stereotypically an activity for men, although this is no longer the case. In 2020, 48% of all gamers identified as female. Although nearly half of all gamers are women, they are still perceived as a minority. Amanda Cope, who is an assistant professor at the State of Oregon School for Journalism and Communications, writes in her book, Gaming, Sexism, Gender, and Identity in the Era of Casual Games, published in 2020, social and mobile games are oftentimes labeled as feminine and casual games. The people who play these games are then labeled as casual players and excluded from being real gamers. Any concerns or contributions they may have are dismissed on account of them not being real gamers. Games that are marketed towards women oftentimes stray away from being adventure games and are more caretaker-type games, such as cooking simulators or raising animal simulators. These are games that are marketed towards children. You will hardly see, if ever, games marketed towards adult women. These negative connotations can affect how, if at all, women play video games. Brana Espage, who holds a PhD in communications, states in her journal, an exploratory study of sexism in online games, Mapping Contested Digital Terrain, published in 2018, women who play games oftentimes experience sexism or have taken steps to avoid it, such as hiding their gender or not using microphones in-game. Wei-Yen Tang mentions in his article how hostile environments in games pushes people away from games, lowering sales for game developers. Nathan Van Utrecht states in his article how women feel like they either have to quit playing or endure the sexism and sexual harassment. Now that I've talked about what this problem is and the negative connotations it has, I will present a possible solution. The responsibility to solving this problem falls upon gaming companies. Companies such as Blizzard, Epic Games, and NetEase need to make an effort to create a system that will help prevent and punish these behaviors. By implementing a new system that allows players to report others' toxic behavior and allowing others to see it, the amount of sexism experienced can greatly decrease. By allowing other players to see others' reports, they can then decide if they want to play with that player. Temporarily or permanently banning players who oftentimes display these behaviors can deter people from perpetuating them in the first place. This is a practical solution, as Most games already have a system to report these behaviors, so implementing the new one right on top should not be a problem. Of course, completely eliminating sexism while gaming is not possible, but implementing this new system will greatly reduce the number not only sexism is experienced, but also homophobia, racism, and transphobia. Today, I talked about the sexual harassment problem in gaming, the negative connotations it has, and offered possible solutions. These behaviors in these games are considered normal because the community lets them be. Nothing will change if people don't push for change. We must push the gaming industry to create a way to better prevent and punish sexual harassment and sexism within their games to create a safer environment for everyone.